Casey at the Guardian Oracle 33. Welcome in. Welcome to my space. Everybody is welcome here. I am a psychic medium, intuitive, starseed. I work with the higher dimensional realms of consciousness. I come to help heal the conscious wounds in ways of helping others to find their intuition and solace within their own heart space and being through the Christ consciousness that works through me. There's miracles that happen every day. I felt like saying that for you. I'm hearing the name Zachariah, Misty, Sarah, Adam, Jacob, Henry, Bedard, Beshna. I'm hearing Sherlock Holmes, Destined Meeting, the Appalachian Mountains, Ecclesiastics, Ashwagandha, Denial, Self-hatred, self-loathe, Mediation, a need for mediation. A mediator comes through. So you could be in a dispute with somebody at this time. Galactic beings, Lyran, Starseed. Lyran, Starseed. Atlantis comes through. Dornbeckers. St. Jude's. What is the current energy? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for hitting a like and subscribe. Hey, SR Kish. What's up? Welcome in. Hi, TA. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Matthew. Sending you so much love. Right, did I say hi? I think I blipped in time right there and spaced off. All right. Wow, we've got radiance that comes out. I talked about working with the Holy Spirit. For some of you, I feel like I'm talking to somebody that's a sermon or a speaker or somebody who works with the Christ. You could specifically work with Jesus Christ. Very powerful in that energy. You could be like that light refracts through you on multidimensional levels. You're very ascended in that energy. And on this timeline within that, we're talking about birthrights to higher self. You could be a starseed. You could be experiencing craft or ships or out of this world types of visions. It feels like space. There could be a thing here with mountains as well, but it feels like stargazing, sun gazing. It feels like something elevates you to a new vibrational frequency. Wow, inspiration comes out. That looks so cool in that light. Inspiration comes out. Radiance and inspiration. You could be a beacon of hope, a spark of creativity for others. You could have a light language. You could be a natural healer in that way. People could find balance in your light and or in your energy. I don't know if you, I'm hearing a radicalist or a free speaker, or you do some sort of sermons, or I heard Sermon on the Mount. So it definitely feels like somebody who, it could be a Christian in some way and still be open-minded, watch, divination, or people use their intuition. It feels like you have a calling in some ways to bring aspects, a balance between the spiritual and the physical. Why did I say physical? The spiritual and the physical. I wanted to say spiritual and religious. So maybe perhaps it is the physical, the home, the vessel. We've got healing that comes out under radiance, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Channeling, healing energies, promoting wellness, balance in the body, mind, and the spirit. You could bring peace to many. This is an energy that you can embody and an energy that you can work with. You could be ascended in your energy. Some of you could have had a Kundalini awakening, and some of you work out of your higher star chakra. It's like you call on that energy. You could be getting balanced out right now by remaining in a peaceful disposition and finding gratitude. It's literally that easy. When you get in, because your empathy that you feel for others is your gateway and your link. I'm talking to somebody who is a very, very tuned into spirit, and I'm talking to like God source. I'm talking to like the Christ. It's like you don't work through it's like you are an angel, truly. You have art angelic. You could have had this ascension process where you can embody the angelic frequency of an angelic being, especially if you're doing some sort of healing modalities, whether it's speaking, writing, painting, singing, the way that you express yourself. It's about your creativity. It has a lot to do with your connection through empathy. Your empathy has been your greatest tool and blessing in this life, so I'm being told to tell you to find gratitude in that. Without empathy, you couldn't have found connections to all of these souls that are lost and hurting. Just your words carry such a beautiful vibration to other souls. Sometimes when you just listen to people, people feel very transformed by your patience and your peace. Is where your wisdom comes through, allowing empathy to come in and being transformed from, that sense of manipulation, empathetic in a way where you use that and have turned that into wisdom. You found out that your empathy is the one thing that helped you transform, probably through deep healing with what could have been a very fiery situation. Finding peace within the storm and the healing. Sometimes, you probably feel alone. You feel on an island, you feel misunderstood or very isolated from others in some ways. But it's because you're on a spiritual quest, and it's kind of part of your journey right now, I want to say. Okay, and the way I read, I just let things flow out. So whatever comes out is what comes out. Okay, so I don't stick to one storyline. I'm talking about balance, and Cancer comes out. Cancer and somebody loves and misses you. That came out in the last reading. This comes out over balance. Tell me about radiance. Tell me about this Christ light. Vivid dreams, working with star family on ships. You are a warrior of light and love. And love struck in a very deep sense. You could radiate a light that a lot of people feel called to. It could just be the natural essence of your being. Very radiant, very Christ-centered. And I mean that by just its energy. It could just be the way that you look at things or the way that you move through things. You'll be very connected to your higher self and work with the Christ in that way. You got inspiration out here as I say that. I talked about being an inspiration for others through your wisdom that you've gained through experiences. Tell me about inspiration, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. That's too many. Being led by spirit guides. And you are meant to be on stage speaking. Inspiration, that also came out in the last read. So I obviously have others that are multifaceted in the elements and the energy in which they work in. You are being led by spirit to find peace and wisdom in the healing. The healing process is it's itself journey, in the physical it is, but in the soul you're never behind. You're always surrounded with so many energies and light aspects of yourself, souls you've helped bring back to the light. Like, I feel like there's a lot of gratitude for the soul that I'm speaking to now. I don't say warrior of light lightly, you know what I mean? What else do I have for the earth signs? Wisdom. Books have answers, seeking knowledge and enlightenment, going deeper, understanding that what life's mysteries are. This could have been initiated through backstabbing, rude or hurtful people. Like maybe going within, that's your wisdom to find your peace and solitude within yourself. You have a childlike faith. Perhaps you are going to write child books, or some of you have or already have been. Serves the light and has been through a lot over the healing. And it looks like that had to do with toxic and unhealthy situations, behavior patterns. Perhaps your children, maybe you're healing your children, I was going to say it, I'm just going to keep going. I heard incest, but an aspect of your inner child. I really hope not. I really hope not. What do we have for peace for the air signs, Holy Spirit? Cultivate your inner peace and serenity, finding calm amidst the chaos. Did I say I'm hearing Gertrude? Hearing Gertrude. Ambient light, benevolent being, God's source energy, magnetization. For peace, you have creativity is key, the one that's meant for you in a deep soul wound. Wow, I see where this empathy is coming in at. You could have been a person that learned your lesson, or very few, maybe very few, a lot of lessons from a very significant relationship that you felt very empathetic towards. This could be a relationship with your children, maybe that's gone toxic, and maybe you're trying to transform that relationship with your children or child, keeping childlike faith. You could look at your children as very pure. Under empathy, we have the suffering is what's brought you out of the shadows into the light. This is a story of somebody who has been through, you could have even had cancer. You could have been researching ways to heal yourself. You could have felt like schizo in dreams, and the spiritual battles that you've been up against, and you even see it manifest on toxic people in your physical life. But you are a warrior of light. It's like the love that you have in your heart for, maybe, you love yourself, but for humanity is out of this world. And that's why you're meant to be speaking, because it feels like you're somebody who's experienced a lot of different attributes of people and self. Bringer of hope and light comes out. Tell me about the transformation. It seems like somebody is waking up to becoming, I wanted to say a starship, but the star being the galactic warrior that they are. And this could be happening on multidimensional levels, as above, so below. So futuristically, you could be in a very heavy spiritual battle as your evolutionary descendant self, right? If we want to talk about that in energy or genetics. Tell me about transformation. With transformation, you have likes drama and refuses the change. Time to release for new to come. And you are beautiful that comes out. This is the real truth. So, shadow work comes out over this. A lot of shadow work, a lot of highs and lows, a lot of dramatic people, a lot of people within your experiences that bring a lot of emotions that can arise within you, or feelings of discontent or rage in some ways. It's like somebody that gets to the core of your being and makes you act out completely until it all comes to the forefront, until it's solidified. Feels like there's a separation period here for you within your own self. Let's talk about the gratitude. I have a card that's second. Self-sacrifice and no boundaries. Tell me about the gratitude for the earth signs. Gratitude for the earth signs. Somebody could be feeling stuck right now. I heard that. I look at struck and seen stuck. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop with all the extra commentary. I never know what comes out of my mouth. Melding with the higher self through forgiveness. Okay. Past life soulmate. This also does, did I say, messages come strongest in dreams. So you could be having dreams of somebody that maybe you have met them, maybe you haven't in this lifetime, but it feels like you'll have gratitude when you do, that you could be getting messages about somebody that you feel destined to be, or could feel that's coming into your energy. I see deep soul wound above the past life soulmate, so there could have been a very I don't know, with the self-sacrifice and like drama, it could have played out, manifested in an alchemical way, in through some sort of drama, third party. Past life soulmate. You have confused and hurting. Your abundance in your abundant is in your story. Faith for humanity. Your path has been very hard and is still held in the light. Wow. Home life, hard lessons, and issues. That seems to be the deep wound. Alcohol comes out here with workout and exercise. Maybe somebody's trying to find motivation to overcome this alcoholism at this time. I heard pickleball for some reason. We are all one, truly. You know, you are seeking approval. Could be a very deep thinker, very obsessed energy, and maybe to the point where you become some sort of manipulator or have dealt with somebody who's like that. I look at toxic. Maybe there's toxins in somebody's body that they're ridding right now. I'm also look up and see cancer, so make sure that if you're feeling unwell in some way that you guys are seeing a doctor. All right, let's look at the soul. Let's look at the soul here. Thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribe button. I appreciate it. What up, Micah? Hi, Gooder Bear. When will you win the lottery? I don't know. Do you have a court case going on? When you win your next court case, you'll get a payout. I don't know. Maybe if you live in unfair finances, something will become just for you. Jesus loves you, girl. Thank you, Wolf Dragon. I love Jesus and Jesus loves you. Queen Awareness, what up? What up, beautiful souls? Hi, Alicia. What is the soul? What does the soul want to express at this time on the soul level? I want to tell this being souls at the bottom of the deck. Your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. This incarnating process, this process of incarnating with specific divine relationships in our family, our work, ourselves, our relationship with ourselves. We're doing a lot of work down here. You know, there's a lot of people to entangle with, and when we're being intentional and emotionally and socially aware, you know, for somebody that's asking a question, I want to tell you that yes comes out with trust your intuition. So, and I put that over childlike faith, and somebody loves and misses you. It could be a Cancer sign. Cancer is up there, and I do see children, so this could have to do with your children as well. Tell me about the soul. What does the soul want the collective to know? The souls of the collective. Find childlike faith. Find time to analyze your dreams if you're having vivid dreams, to journal them out. Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid is around. So some of you could feel like a loving situation might be on the rocks, and perhaps you're not sure how to put that back together, and it feels like your soul is preparing to just wants you to listen to yourself. Don't rule from anger, don't rule from jealousy, don't rule from a state of insecurity. Past life comes out with the soul and admiration. It is time to think about everything you appreciate in your partner. We reunite with our loved ones over and over in different lives. 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance within soulmates. What up, Valhalla Dragon? All right, in the tarot, let's edify this. Somebody could feel like a lot of hard work they put in, they have not seen any return within it. This could be a relationship, this could be finances, it could be home, something that you grew and was going, you know, I see children in childlike faith. Somebody loves and misses you. Somebody could be feeling like a lot of their work has, you know, gone down the drain. You've got 3 of Cups and a 6 of Cups. It's like, even though you feel like in this world, because that's what Spirit does, you know, we'll get stripped of all of our finances, all of our, the things we think we need, right? The next person, next pair of jeans, who's looking, who thinks what of me, and it's like that falls away. You know, for somebody's getting a really hard awakening about, be careful about the plants that you seed, you know what I mean? Make sure that the plants that you seed are filled with, you know, what you would like to see grow within your life. It takes a while, but they do show up. And as I say that, I see the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Cups out here. You've got passed on loved ones that are coming through to say hello for some of you. Some of you have lost a dog. Your dog says, I made it to the other side. If you lost a dog and a child, it looks like those two are together. Keep hearing somebody, dad's dog. I'm hearing dad's dog. Some of you who've lost sisters and a mom, I want to tell you that they're coming through to say, or an aunt and a sister and a mom. For some of you who've lost 3 women in your life, and it looks like that they are rooting for you. I heard starseed. Starseed. You have lots of help, and this feels like it is very much on a soul level. You could definitely be dreaming. You could have spirit guides helping you. For somebody who's not very spiritual, you could be awakening to just a new way of living or a new way of being. Some of you could feel trapped and like you are very helpless right now. You could feel so distant from your loved ones and your family. You could be in a self-imposed prison, whether this is something you did in the physical and now you really are in jail, prison from your choices, or it looks like a lack of self-love is here. Wanting more, but not seeing what you had in front of you. For some of you, you could have lost somebody who's now in jail that you feel like you have a past life with in some way. Tell me about the 8 of Swords. There's a lot of mirroring that goes on in this situation. All the way out, please. The suffering is what brought you out of the shadows and into the light. So be grateful. And I know people think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm grateful for the hard shit that happens. You know, maybe not in the fucking moment, but after. And then Chariot's like a stop movement. Flies right out over the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Something's out of balance and not working. And that could be because somebody, you know, you could be with somebody who, I just see this and I see backs turned. So you could feel like you've lost friends, family, you know, maybe you put on a show to everybody else, but on the inside you really felt bound and trapped and tied, you know. You could feel like the people that did have your back, or, you know, maybe you're feeling humiliated or embarrassed. For some of you, that, you know, your passed on loved ones can see you. I don't know if you've taken a fall or in a way, you know, in life, and maybe you're just bringing yourself back up and you're starting to work with your soul family again and talk to, you know, release some grief from people that you've lost. Try to release yourself as well in the way that you look at yourself. The devil comes out with a handout saying mind manipulation. This is drugs, obsessive behaviors, addictions of any kind, food, sex, porn, overuse of technology, witchcraft, anything, you know, being so mentally manipulative. The devil right here's got somebody on the strings by the fucking head. So this could be some sort of a mental illness, some sort of PTSD. You could be dealing with this on your own right now. And very, very like, I don't even know if somebody feels like they're just having a hard time to make it black and white. So somebody really could be going to jail or looking at jail time at this time. The secret is that could be a secret. That could be something that somebody is trying to hide. You could already be very intuitive about that as the Ace or the High Priestess comes out here. Some of you are very connected and are connecting with your soul family and star beings. I want to say continue with your affirmations of connecting to the light and affirming your goodness and your purity and your love for humanity, seeking for that connection with the Christ consciousness on a much deeper level. Trust your intuition. I want to tell you that. Have admiration for yourself and how far you've come. The suffering is what creates this ability to connect clairaudiently or with your spirit guides. Please trust the process. We all don't just, we're not all just highly intuitive out the gate. We hone these gifts and skills. You know, at first we're laughed and persecuted for them and whatever, your witchy, stupid, intuitive card bullshit, you know, whatever. And that looks like that's just naysayers, you know, somebody else who's tied to their own self-loathe or their own controlling behaviors or feelings of inadequacy and loss in some way, and they project that out. Some of you are helping a lot of people by being on the path you're on. I heard I'll no longer self-sacrifice myself. The 5 of Wands comes out in reverse. Yeah, you're not playing the games. You're not going with the out of balance. You're willing to admire yourself for how far you've come. I'm hearing 333, 614, 719, 855, 755, 646, and 747, 525, 777, 77 primarily. Stargate 77, I hear again tonight. You could have lost a job or not be working or I mean, somebody's trying to stay connected through a loss. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the chair, you lost a job and a car, your home. It feels like everything for some of you. And you're literally just staying true to your vibrational path of, I know that I'm loved. You could feel burdensome. You could be overcoming addictions and drugs in some way right now, and you could just be keeping faith. You could have your eyes set on something that makes it feel like home, or that is this, you have admiration for it. Just keep your head up and remember that it all starts within you. How you feel about yourself is important. You can only love somebody truly, or others, to the level of which you will love yourself. And when you open that big green heart chakra, it allows yourself to feel. And then you feel the good, the bad, the ugly. And a lot of people don't make it out of that spot and relapse or go back or stick with their old patterns, or it's too hard. It's like once you get past that, you realize there's only love behind that, because you bring in the love for yourself and what you've been through, you know? All right, anything else that we have? Yeah, it feels like somebody's definitely like having downtime. Somebody could be sleeping a lot. A lot. I don't know if somebody's in like an insane asylum or some sort of group home, or because this looks like clothes of somebody who just gets put in the, like, booked in, you know what I mean? If they've been running the streets, or, you know, I just want to send prayers out to anybody who's struggling with addiction right now, and I just want to tell you, you can do it. Put in your heart what you love most, and especially if you're getting clean and you're going through withdrawals or whatever that looks like for you in whatever way, whatever you've lost because of that, just know you can overcome it. It might not look the same, but true loyal people will always stick by your side and love you. Maybe not while you're going through what you're going through, because sometimes you have to go what you go through on your own, and that's the process. It simply is. Maybe you had an opportunity for somebody to help you previous that was trying to enlighten you, and you just chose a different path. Um, but you know, it feels like somebody's going to see the light in a situation and be able to pick themselves up, you know, get the rest that they need, look at things from a different aspect. You know, maybe if you're not working, know that things might be out of balance for a reason right now, so that you can look at things in a different way. Maybe a different way to make money and to work with the universe, to use your real strengths and your light speaking skills from all the things you've gone through. I mean, you didn't just go through all that to keep the same 9 to 5, you know. God wants to bring in new stuff for you. But we align with that in the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we think about ourselves. It feels like, yeah, there's abundance coming. And it feels like somebody's going to become independent again, independent within their own being, to where you truly, it's not about just finances. It's about where you are completely okay with, you're okay with being alone. You've got your independence back. You don't have options or have to second guess your intuition and how you feel with sleepless nights, because you're sharing it with other people who are out of balance, which makes you feel out of balance. And because you're so empathic and connected to so many people, you know, you came here to bring light and destiny. Even in your hardest times, you're still sitting there loving on people that are not the most loving to you. And that's why you're a beacon of light. That's why you work with the light army. You're very cherished in the angelic realms. Some of you, I don't know who's working on tinctures or foods. It looks like I get cilantro and parsleys. It feels like healthier eating or habits, or working with herbs in some ways for like essential oils or healing modalities. Putting them, you can see somebody like putting them in a bag and like rolling them over and using them with intention on their body. I want to tell you, keep going on that. That's being divinely guided to you through your spirit guides. That is going to be, Nine of Cups comes out in this with the Wheel of Fortune. You're destined to do this, especially if it has to do with working with the element of water, a spa, anything that you're providing for yourself and the public that brings them back to a childlike state. It's like, oh, I remember that when I was younger. Oh, that felt so good to get in the hot tub and get out. Whether you're creating this space or inviting people to do it, it's like very aligned with who you are. Talking about specific things, bringing things up, letting things resurface. Maybe you're just a good ear and a good listener, and people like that. You know, people do notice how far you've come. I want to say that. And if you're just starting out, man, 3 of your first hardest days getting sober are your 3 days. When you can make it past the 3rd day, especially if it has to do with opiates and things like that, even prescription pills for antidepressants, you know, they've tried shoving my mom on like over 30 fucking different meds. And, you know, that stuff is a bioweapon. It's programmed to work against our genetic code and our ability to tap into our genetic code through our spirituality, through the higher conscious realms of releasing, you know, karma or old energies that are stored within it. Everything works together. And it feels like, you know, some things, there has to be balance. So if some people are knocked off your path, doesn't mean it's forever. For some of you, you know, you might be hung up on it now, but maybe after a couple months you might be, you know, new people come into our life, new people that treat us good and align at a vibration of how we want to be treated, and we move forward, we move on. It doesn't mean, you know, you can't have gratitude for what a relationship or a family member or a loss or what it played in your life. You can hold on to that memory, but just don't let it define who you are. There's 8 billion people in this world. There is enough for everybody to have a person. And everybody could have a person or several people, but for the person I'm talking to, it feels like you're on a soul searching for the right you to find the right one, you know? And it feels like when you step into your strengths, that this looks like entrepreneurship or doing something different or venturing out or having the strength to speak up or say something. It feels like after you do that, or some secret or something gets revealed or comes out. And you might be able to realize where you're self-sacrificing yourself in the past so that you can step forward on your path in the future. Hospital comes out, tattoos, and something great is on the way, yay. So if you have somebody that's in a hospital with tattoos, this could just be an extra confirmation for you, or if that's you, I just want to send you healing vibrations and love and just let you know you're loved no matter what you're going through, even if it's so hard. It's just a way of thinking that you've programmed into. You know, it's a lot easier to be hard-nosed and closed off, and it really doesn't get anybody anywhere, not to where this earth's going now. Maybe 3 years ago it would have been a lot easier to run your life like that, but it's just going to be harder, and the more you fight it with the vibration of the planet and how it's starting to ascend, and a lot more people are waking up and healers are coming online, and you know, positive information and truth is getting exposed, a lot of the falsities come out with that. If you have an attachment to a negative, you know, toxic trait of some sort that you're working on it, that's great. That's what we do. It doesn't happen overnight. Have empathy and compassion for yourself. Set yourself free by realizing it doesn't happen overnight. Remember that you're worthy of happiness, you're worthy of a family, you're worthy of a beautiful garden and connection with your spirit guides, and to receive beautiful compliments for the things that you do, so that people are aligned. And you know, when people feel appreciated for what they do, not that they need it, but when they can feel that admiration, it does feel nice, and it does feel like, you know, what we're doing is having an impact. I think more than anything, I don't think we want to waste our time having so little of it, you know? All right. From the higher self for the earth signs, 3333. Confessions to the universe. I am discovering my worth, and I am confident in my potential. I am telling the universe what I think. Life force. I am a being of life force. I receive the divine energy within. I regenerate every cell. And somebody really needs to speak this into existence over their body, within their body, their vessel, and really harness the energy of love and forgiveness, because it feels like that's what's needed here. Sorry I couldn't change things, I heard. Sorry I couldn't make them different. You know, I just keep feeling like somebody beats themselves up for not thinking ahead, or how did I not see that play out, or just go with the flow and be present in the moment. Manifest from this state forward, going back to the state of gratitude. I still am alive. I'm working on my health, and I can work on relationships by working on myself. Everybody that truly loves me and is meant to be for me will be in my life, especially if you're continuing to change. If people are willing to judge you and walk away from something in the past because of their own ability to heal from it, then I guess it wasn't that important anyways. Thank you, Gary, for the $4.99. I appreciate that. There's so much sacrifice in hanging on, self-sacrifice and hanging on to grudges and hatred. It just stores itself. You wear it on your face, you age faster, you feel a heavy burden. And when you can actually say, hey, I need help, I need to get myself help, or I need to talk to somebody, or hey, what do you think of this? And you pull on the right energies for the right wisdom and knowledge, and you can connect to somebody who you can see as a good role model. They lead by it, they live by it. It's not somebody that you need to feel less than by. It's just somebody that you see no matter what. I know this person's not going to judge. I know this person, if they haven't been there, they understand it. This is what they do. Reach out to people that you are confident in. You know what? The only thing you have to lose is a conversation that didn't happen initially anyways. You know, it's the way you look at things. You have opportunities after opportunities. I just encourage you to grab onto those and harness them. You have 111 that comes out. I didn't even mean to grab that deck. So this is a heavy time of manifestation for some of you in your spirituality and releasing, maybe it's just fragmented parts of your being or people that you've been around as this comes out. Work situations, people that are out of balance. It could be just earth energy. It could be within you. Somebody that you're dealing with. Okay, that is too many, but I will take that one. Blessings in disguise comes out. Well, that seems very convenient considering we're talking about having a comeback from something that felt you know, that grows into this intuition that we have. Blessings in disguise, obstacles, hardships, strength, building character, and experience. I just heard right now, some of you, this is for a select few, could be realizing that, you know, maybe you are having a midlife crisis and that you really are straight. I don't know why that came out. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you have been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you are building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Number 444, blessings in disguise. You have 1111 that comes out, a very highly powerful spiritual number. Intuition. Trust in yourself. Your inner whisper is working hard to let you know that it is guiding you. Listen in. What is it saying? Feel it. What is it telling you to do next? See it. Close your eyes and allow. Trust the path that you are on. Your affirmation. My intuition speaks to me and I listen. I trust that all things are happening for a purpose. I feel very excited for somebody. I know somebody's in a lull of like everything falling apart, or you could be getting out of the bottom of that and finally starting to see some radiance and some balance come into your life. Whatever level you are on in these earth sign frequencies, I just want to say you can do this, and I'm proud of you for the ability just to look within and to find emotional attachment to yourself and your being. That's what grounds you here. It really is. It's what grounds you here, finding balance in that. Understanding that life is an experience, and we experience good and bad in other people, and other people are truly just another expression of us here wanting to be loved. Now, we don't sit around and just wait for people to become, you know, some people have it like that. Some people have a patient partner who, you know, sticks around, and some people just they're not on that level anymore. You know, somebody, you know, we get left behind sometimes. We just do. And that's what gets us awake, to wake our ass up, because a real divine love to families, children. I mean, come on. Those are your babies. Those are your kids, you know, that call you mom and dad or nana, papa. You know, whatever role you play, it's about the children. It is about, do you want to bring them in this world feeling how you felt? Manipulated and controlled by lack of love from your own childhood scenario, or, you know, sexual mental abuse, you know, jobs that you've had that are very hard, military, seeing death, loss, being a nurse, a doctor, you know, those things weigh on us. We're humans. Seeing that sort of thing, it's hard to deal with, and some people do it in a way, and some people shut it completely off and become completely volatile, and they become the monster that they fear they've always been. And it feels like for some of you, That's what this is about. It's coming out of that very mind. It's always the mind that fucks you. So I want to say to you, if this is resonating with you, try opening your heart and having empathy for all of the connections you have, and you will see how every one of them will bring you hope in your times of need. Every one of them. You are a bringer of hope, and your story of, this hardship and this loss, or how you've come out of certain things, and you've come out of it, not just came out of it like I'm alive, but you become a guide and a lead and a teacher for others. You master this life, and that's what you came here to do, and I have so much faith and confidence in you, earth signs. This is the first round of elemental signs that I've done. I just want to thank you guys all who tune in. I know that we mostly do the collective reads, but I believe that this helps in some ways for specific people. I was guided to do this from my higher self. So, as a person of parents that didn't get married but lived together, I am so glad that I didn't end up that they didn't end up together. They were so bad for each other, always fighting. Yeah, Mariah, those are very hard ones. Very hard ones, especially when they're both on that. When both are toxic, it's not good. And especially when it comes to handling situations with, non-emotional intelligence. Taking a break and seeking the heart before we make the decisions, Pickle says, yeah, I got a lot of miles on me. I'm only 36, but I do too. But not as many as I'm going to put on this bitch before I leave. Great read, Case. Hope to see more. Thank you so much. Constancy, I love you. By the way, anybody who's watching, Constancy has a YouTube channel too, if you guys want to go check out her vibe over there. He says, my mom is a narcissist. 36, she's. Yeah, I'm an old gal. I'm an old Betty. I'm older than that. Fuck. Ugh. Shit, when I'm 63, I have goals. I have so many goals and dreams and aspirations. I noticed when I was, in my marriage, and I was more focused on, the family, the home life, and I put so much of other people and their healing, or trying to make them feel better, or keep things to run smooth ahead of my own being, that I kind of lost track of what I wanted for my future outside of being a mom and a general contractor owning my own business. I have a lot of dreams, and when I got to be alone and in this space that I am, it's very hard. Some days are harder than others, moving on and moving forward from a space that taught me so much. And I don't think it's so much the people. I think it's what I went through that led me to become, what I'm growing into now. And like I said, really, I've only been reading tarot. It'll be a year, April 3rd, but I took a few months off there, or oracle cards, It took a lot of balls for me to step out here to do this, and I don't really need the cards, I just go with it, and it somehow, I get emails every day of thank you for creating the space, thank you for spreading your light, and just think, I just put myself in a space where I wish I had somebody like me when I was going through what I was going through. So I choose to be that for the future. In my future version, I want to be that for others, because I think that it's very important. And, we find good ones and we find ones that leave us tattered and torn, but we always come back. We're very resilient. Trust me, we can come back from everything. It's just this programmed thing up here we got to bypass to our innate ability to connect to the Holy Spirit, or to a higher conscious awareness, our higher self. We're not stuck, we're not trapped. We can bring through anything in this realm that we want to, with strong intention and deep belief, contemplation, and really setting laid guidance. Take guidance, because guidance, yes, you might have what you want to do, but your soul has a desire here on this earth. So when you connect to yourself, you're led in the way that's for your highest good, that's easier, because your soul's in alignment with it. And your soul's already chose to meet up with a certain amount of other soulmates or people at the right time. So if you stay on that path, you literally can't fuck up, I think we'll always be learning, but 44, as I say that. Thank you everybody for hitting the like and subscribe button. Well, I'm going to close this read out. If you guys are interested in a personal read with me, is an hour-long read for $65, or I have 30-minute reads for $35. You can email me at angeldynasty33@gmail.com, and we can get you scheduled. I am scheduling for next week, starting tomorrow and the next couple days. So if you guys would like to get in on that. Also, Jason, if you want to email me a time that's good for you, you have a read and I need to reach out to Anthony. So if you want to save it for a different time or whatever, just know you have a read with me whenever you want it. Thank you forever. Thank you, Casey. You're welcome. Hi, trigger warning. I'm sharing my story on my channel. Trigger warning. I gotta get over to your channel. I said that last time, and then when I went to go do it, I forgot. This is the part I'm here for, Casey's story. Oh, geez. It's funny how all of our stories kind of always have a way of connecting back again. I did a personal read for a gal, and she not only, there were so many synchronicities, she was born in the same hospital as me, and her son has the exact same birthday as my daughter. March 3rd. Sorry, March 6th. I was thinking of 3/6. Don't even know your own kid's birthday. It's 33. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys. I know some of my regular watchers aren't on here, but for those of you that are interested, so, right, go to this court case because the state's getting child support from the kid's father. He goes to court and he has his lawyer, that's not really my kid. She said it was with somebody else, the whole thing. I just sat there and laughed. I'm like, wow, the depths will go because we lied to our wife about having a kid with somebody else, right? Whatever it plays out. So I go and do the DNA test today. I get there and they're like, well, we need your DNA too. And I said, whoa, why do you need my DNA? This is to see if the father who had to do the DNA test is the fucking dad to my kid. Now you guys want my DNA too? I am the mom, trust me. I have pictures. I've birthed this kid out of my vagina. This is my kid. But I just thought, I felt today like in some way my galactic constitutional fucking rights were violated by them wanting my fucking DNA. I really did. I really wanted to say, I'm so tired of, I want to get done with my divorce, which I'm damn near there. I gotta go finish that paperwork and I'm done. Get my shit. Got that and marked off the list. I've got every other court case marked off the list. It's like, guys, I've had 5 court cases literally in the last 3 months. And I've been hit one after another once you get in the system, it's so hard to get out. But I've noticed through this powerful awakening aspect of myself, the divine uses me to set other people up in their own trickery, lies, and deceit. Even though if I go through shit for a little bit and it's trying, what comes out on the other side, just know you're being used as a tool to karmically balance other things out. So people lose you or, monetary shit because of trying to fuck you over, whatever it looks like. Receive your blessings from the universe with an open heart and gratitude. Not that everything is material, but we do need to make it here. And for some of us, we are single parents with a boatload of kids, taking care of elderly, and trying to make a way in this world. And I promise you, as long as you are serving a purpose that is of unconditional love, send people light, people that have fucked you over. Hope for them to, we come here to gather lost souls. Yeah, they're fucking dicks. They're dumb. They do some really stupid shit, but you know what? You don't have to hang out with them, but you can still choose to forgive them because that's the key to your freedom. It really is. And when you do that, it's a bittersweet thing. But I'm excited to see people that I've left behind make a difference from the things that we've gone through, the loss of my children and I in any way, whether it's friends or neighbors, or it'll affect them one way or another. And you'll see how powerful you are in the way that God uses you when you're authentic in your own ways of being. You really do bring people back to the light. And the only way you come back to the light, I'm telling you, is when you're on your fucking knees at rock bottom as a drug addict, an alcoholic, depression, sickness, grief, self-pity. That's what gets us. For me, I get so sick of my own shit. Like, I won't stay down long. It's within me. I'll feel it all, and then I'm like, back to the drawing board. How do I grow from this? How did this affect me? And every time I use it as a tool now, so instead of it being devastating, I'm like, okay, I'm in a little spiritual battle. Connect, connect, connect. More light, more light. Hold them in the light, call in the light. Breathe it, eat it, drink it. Work with my shadow. Pull in that creativity. See what I was doing in the shadow and how I was positively still affecting others. You guys got to breathe in the essence of who you are and express your soul expression to the fucking nines, man. Wear a 3-piece suit in your fucking soul expression. Just come out like Rick James, motherfucker. Be authentic. Be you. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Sheena Marie. Absolutely. I learned a long time ago that the deeper the pain, the more horrifying the experience and the darker life became when in turn gave me to the most incredible light access to the most. Yeah, because behind that, when you walk through the shadow of the darkness and you get past that and you pick up your head and you look and you're like, it was my own fears. It's my own fears. Yeah, they played out in everybody else, but I chose to experience those in some ways because it's happening. And I grow from it. And the growth part's like, well, especially without mentors, it's hard, but you do have a mentor. It's inside. And when you connect with him, her, it, we, us, be, whatever the fuck, there's only 2 genders, like Trump said. It's energy, man. When you connect with that, it's pure. And when it's from a good spot that says, hey, I own my shit, what I've done, I want to grow from it, and I want to look at things in a new way, and I want to experience life in a new way, and I'm going to create that by changing my thoughts, my beliefs, the way I see things, the way I eat, and how I love myself changes the way that I love others. Others feel this empathic connection to you, and you ignite a light within them that says, wow, I want to experience that as well. Thank you for bringing me. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being a beacon of light. Even at times, you don't know how much you inspired me. These things come, and when you're back on the other side and your soul's going to be so fucking proud and happy, like, man, I'm so glad we put you in as the arch nemesis, because that's what, you pissed me off so bad it made me want to wake up, or however it looks like for you. For me, I'm tenacious. When shit hits the fan, I want to get in there and I just want to fucking, what do we need to do? What do we need to fix? What's not good? You know, for me, that's me, though. That's how I roll. Other people do it in a lot more delicate way. Just kind of get in there and stomp around. What's up? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Before I do that, I'm going to close out. Before I do that, there's steps to this process. Perhaps it might take 12. 12 steps. Right now, I just want to send out a prayer while I have protection of the angels and my divine team here and the collective here that chooses to pray or send out an intention. You can just do this by opening your heart, thinking about the globe, the earth in your mind, thinking about all the plants, the trees, you know, every state, the minds, the bodies, the hearts, what's within it, and spread out a mass wave of enlightenment to those, intelligence, that they would connect, that the bondages of addictions of all types would be broken off. The programming from these lower dimensional frequencies that have ability to come in and play a role in our life, may we be able to bring up our confidence and our self-expression together as beings here, and remember that there's enough abundance for everybody to share it. I just ask that the Holy Spirit would move over everybody and every mind for the highest good. And then it would bring in a light and a warmth and an overwhelming feeling of compassion for their own soul and for those of others who have nothing or are hurting and without. May they always look at themselves and recognize the gratitude for what they do have, because there are so many that have nothing on so many levels. May they be a beacon of light and hope and an inspiration, and start some sort of endeavor that's divinely guided for them to help bring the children of America and the children of God back to a sovereign place within their own being, their own tribe, their own right. And may we ignite humanity again with empathy and unconditional love. May we all surrender our pride to being wrong and not wanting to let go, to the love and the light, to understanding, so that we truly can understand and understand the things that we experience here from a higher aspect. For everybody that is hurting and without, I just ask that you would send angels and assistance into their life, their soul family. May their path be ignited with so much wisdom and enlightenment through benevolence. May they find the hands that pick them up off the street and guide them to the appropriate people so they can get their birth certificates, social security cards, a job, eventually a transportation for those. There's so many light workers that are oppressed right now, from Public Enemy 101, the government, drugs, recirculating, just shitty energy. May we call back our own free energy and start to run and be a power source off of that. May we bypass the grid and run off the crystalline grid within us all and unite as one. May we always see our togetherness. I send out a wave of protection and I cut off any negative deities, dark entities, witchcraft, spells, magic, seances from any collective group, beings, deity of any kind right now. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael. I ask that you would open the gate, and I am going to send these energies through. I send over a mass wave of healing. I'm going to call in the Christ consciousness, Jesus Christ, ascended master. Yes, at the kera te 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 ra te 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 ra te ra te to to pera te ra te ya shekera te te ta pavia ra to te ra te kera te ya. Archangel Uriel said that te 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 ra te 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 ra te ye kiri 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 te 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 ra papa ye shekera te te ya ye. Sete kere te 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 papa ye shekera. Archangel Michael the sword te te ra pa ye shekera te te ra papa ye te 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 ya shera te kera te te. For love, peace, hope, and humanity, so mote it be. Archangel Michael, I ask that you would close the portal, any gates, energetic gateways, ties that I have opened. I send out any negative energy that has attached itself to me through transmuting any energy, and I ask that it would be sent back into the universal flow and balance with the help of the Ascended Masters and Archangels. Thank you, Collective, for bringing in your energy and setting intention to send out healing as powerful. I now send back any energy that does not belong to me to its rightful owner. In the upright, I send it with mass amounts of love, healing, and light. May you walk in the light, and the universe always guides you. For those that send out the dark energy and negative energy, I send that back to you times 100. May you dwell in what you send out to others. And that energetic gateway is now blocked over those in humanity, myself, and every being as a whole through my own willpower. So mote it be. And it is done. That's right, Francis. By the great Holy Creator Spirit, let it be done. Thank you, guys. I love you so much. Envisioning that. Hi, Blue Ridge. I love you, buddy. With doing that, guys, we send out such a beautiful wave. It's so powerful. It's so powerful when you see it in your heart and see it in your mind and you feel it. It's powerful. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for praying and meditating with me. I will be back to a collective read tomorrow, and we are going to do some pull a card for y'all. I think it's about time. So I love you guys. Top of my head is tingling. I love that. That light activation language is powerful, man. You're awesome. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Valhalla Dragon. Good night, Gary. Sunshine. Love you guys. Good night, Jace. I love you. Alicia. You guys are beautiful. Hot Rod. I know you're probably off, but I love you. Micah. Good night, sweetie. Congratulations, everybody who has a channel. Keep going on it. Making videos, putting them out. Self-expression. Share them. We do this together. United we stand. We bring back a nation under God. I love you. Good night.